Anita Tacha Akide is in the house today. Therefore, fireworks. I haven't seen Tacha in 4 years. Since our last interview, actually, though we are regularly catching up on the phone. And so last time we were talking on the phone, I said, no, a lot has gone on. Come, let's do another one. And as you know, Tacha doesn't flinch. She names names, she lays blame. So we line up everybody that has crossed her over the past few years and she discharges them. She says that she has been bullied continuously for almost 1 year by fans of the musician Davido, and he has egged them on. She says that the influencer, Mommy Z, attacked her for no reason, despite the fact that Tacha had been her fan just 2 weeks before. We talk about how she handles trolling and bullying. And we talk about for the first time in an interview, she talks about the court case with the Lagos State government that she has been on for 2 years. Lagos government claims that she snatched her passport violently and left the airport. And she says none of that happened. Are there linkages to her activism in NSAS? She explores that. And then, in an interview of many exclusives, we discover the texture of the relationship that Tacha has with her partner. She says 2 a.m. in the morning, she wakes up and cooks for him. Therefore, she could not have a yeah babe, Mommy Z. This was a delight. You know, fireworks, drama, names with Tacha today.
Come for me.
Good to see you again.
Hey!
You're looking lovely.
Oh, thank you,
Very
Mr.
lovely.
Chude. Oh, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're just saying that, you know, obviously the first time I met you was when you came out of the house in 2020. That's when we did our interview. But from time to time, we just speak, and we speak, it's like, you know, we're catching up.
Exactly. For anywhere we stop, like,
yes.
I and Chude could speak in like 10 years, and
Yes.
it would seem like we talk every month or like every week.
Yeah, I like that. I called you like last year or 2 years ago about Tiger's Tale, the movie.
Oh, yeah, it was last year, and
Yeah,
then
it
you
was
said it
last
was
year.
trending number 2,
Yes,
and I was
yes.
like, wow, that's sick.
Yeah.
And then you loved it. It was
And it
so
was so
good.
great. So I'm telling you, it was so good that I wasn't sure it was you. So I'm like, wait. So when me and my friend were saying, that's Tacha now. What's Tacha now? You disappeared into the role, and I didn't know that you were that good an actor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think I just fit so well in like any department I find myself, like be it movies, be it influencing, be it reality TV. Like I just shine. It literally just happens.
Yeah.
It's just aura.
You've done more than that movie, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done more than 3 movies actually. I'm
Yes.
expecting about 2 to come out this year.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking about things, your show, the Big Friday
hey,
show.
Gege, I need to have you
On the show.
on the Big Friday show.
Oh, we'll
with
fix it.
Tacha.
We'll fix
It'll
it.
be sick.
Yeah, but it has become such a hit show. You know, trending moments every other week. You know,
Yeah.
people are talking about it. How did the show come about?
Thank you. It's been so sick. So Cool FM just randomly reached out to my team, and they're like, they have this sick idea, and they feel like only Tacha, it would be that it girl character to actually embody the show. And they're like, yeah, we need to come up with a name. Let's work with the Big Friday show with Tacha. And I said, sick, like, it makes so much sense. Like,
Yeah.
I've always wanted a platform where I can talk. Although I never do so well in like too many gatherings of people, like social gatherings and stuff. But I've always wanted a platform where I could talk, communicate to loads and loads of people. And with the Big Friday show, Cool FM does have an app. So from any location, like I get people reaching out from Canada, people reaching out from the US.
Yeah.
Because you just literally need to install the phone and you can listen to Tacha every Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. So it's just dope and great. Like whether you like Tacha, you don't like Tacha, I mean your ears, like come on now.
You know the bastard show from Cool FM. I mean, Cool FM, a lot of respect to them, great guys, you know. I mean, this show is on Amazobia Mark, so these are my partners. But, you know,
Amazing.
this show has brought a lot of buzz to Cool FM.
Yes, it has. It has.
Yeah.
And anybody smart, you know that social media is the in thing right now. I
Yes.
mean, coronavirus did that shift because I got into social media when it wasn't a big thing. I got into social media where if I get into a room and I'm trying to make videos, people are like nervous, like, what is she doing? But right now, you get into a room and they're even the ones bringing out their phone. Can I make videos of you and and stuff like that? So anybody smart, you have any business ventures, or you have anything you're trying to get into, they have to be a mix of social media to literally blow it out. And that's what Cool FM thought of. Yeah. And every week, even though I do get drags, but whether I like it or not, like Cool FM
paying attention.
Yeah, the people is talking about Cool FM, people is talking about our show and stuff like that. It just makes me happy, really.
You know, when I first interviewed you, you know, you had just come out of the Big Brother house and you were the hottest interview gets in the country. Like, it was a war. People were like, who is going to get Tacha first? Okay, who got her? Okay, who is going to get her second? Who got her third? It's 4 years and you're still hot property. You know?
Yeah.
Why do you think whatever it is, whether they like you, whether they don't like you, whatever it is, why do you think you've continued to be so relevant in those periods of time?
Lord have mercy. Okay, so with you saying you were so hot and we had so many interview people dragging and stuff. So when you came out from the house, we didn't want to be interviewed by any media house. Like, my team was so strict about you. Were like, you were in the house, the platform has done whatever they've done with the narrative they've sold to the public. Because there were times I was great, there were times I was fantastic, there were times I stood up for people and that was never aired or it was never showed. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, so when I came out from the house, my team was like, nah, like, T, she's doing no media interviews because we don't know what this is up to. We don't know what narrative you want to now build to continue with the one you started and stuff like that. So we're actually very, very selective. But Mr. Chude's show was like, nah. Even some people don't even know I've done Chude's show. I'm like, are you serious? We're like one of the very first top 6 guests or like top 8 guests to ever do Chude's show. So it was just super duper amazing. And what I've been able to do to still be the it girl, I think it has to do a lot with God, most importantly. You know, there's nothing I would say without God. Even though we're still working out our relationship and stuff like that. But God has been super duper amazing. God has what's the word to use? Has made me really understand that if I be for you, who can be against you? Like, nobody else matters. And that's why you hear people saying stuff like, oh, Tacha has been blacklisted. I'm like, blacklisted where? I still got more money than your face. Like, wagwan. Do you understand what I mean? Why? Because God has endowed that quality or like the value in me, and whether you blacklist or you don't blacklist, do I still have content I put out? Like, do I still have value in me? Like, do I go into a room and everybody's staring like, is that Tacha? Like, yes, I still do have it.
You still have it?
Yeah, like your blacklisted did nothing, literally. So
when you came out of the house the first time, I mean, you knew all the drama, you know. Were you surprised at the fact that it looked like this disqualification actually made you even bigger?
Okay, so first off, this is what a lot of people don't know. Like, I've never been idle my whole life. I literally left secondary school and I started teaching in a primary school at age 16. I got into university. I think 15 actually, going on 16. I got into university at 16, going on 17. Okay. And my very first 100 level was 17, going on 18. So I did like pre-basic, like pre-degree before I got into 100 level. Right. And while in school, I lost my mom. So I needed to start using my hands to literally have myself going to like buy textbooks, because my mom was so sick that all of the money we were getting at the time were just going into like the hospital bills, into her health. And then we still lost her. So it was so tough. But back then in school, I knew how to make hair, I knew how to do makeup, I knew how to tie gele. There was a lot of things I could do. And all of those stuff were literally seeing me through. So when I left school, I tried to get a job and I couldn't get a job. I wrote to too many schools. I was even called for interviews and stuff like that, but I still didn't get a job. So, and then I met this boy at the time, and what he dealt with was like ordering stuffs from China or like from countries, and he was into like this beauty thingy. So he then reached out to me and said, you know what, I could send you beauty products for you to like make videos. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, like, yay! Whatever I'm doing on social media is working. I have somebody reaching out to me to send me products. So that graduated into me owning a makeup studio. So I was in a space, it was a salon and then my makeup studio. So the people in the salon part would always watch Big Brother. And then I would see it. And I just was like, oh my God, like this is so interesting. I just want to get in here and sign attendance. That's what I would say with my mouth. It's almost like when I say stuff, God listen, but I just probably take it jokingly and stuff like that. I'm like, when I get here, I just want to sign attendance, meaning I don't even want to go in here to win. I just want to go in here and place my mark. Like for you to know a certain Tacha was on this show. So funny enough, I had this childhood friend I've been pushing, like, go and audition. You are slim, you are cute, you're dark, you're everything, literally. But she would just be dulling. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go and make this happen. So at the time, I didn't have an international passport. One of the questions was for you to have an international passport.
Right.
I had to go to Abuja for my international passport.
Yeah.
And the agent said, oh, in 7 days you get a passport. Now you can be back in Port Harcourt while I send you the passport. And I said, no, I can't be back. I have to be here to actually hold that passport in my hand. So I was in Abuja. I paid for a hotel for about 7 days, got the passport, came back to Port Harcourt, went for the audition. I wasn't picked. I even had to pay for a hotel where the audition was being held at because I was like, nah, I've spent so much. I don't want to take no chances.
Yeah.
So I was at the hotel. By 4 a.m., I and my partner at the time were downstairs, like already waiting for this audition going on. We're downstairs, look at the long queue. After everything, the lady opened her mouth and said, none of you here has what we are looking for. And I was so confused. I was like, this is 7 people standing, none of us. What do you want? There's an actor here, there's a singer, there's a comedian, there's me, a beautician or so in the social media. What do you want? Why is nobody here being picked? So I left the room and immediately I put a call across to my partner and I said, guy, I wasn't picked. We're going to Enugu tonight. Immediately, I left Presidential Hotel to the park. We took a bus straight up to Enugu, got to Enugu, and I was picked in Enugu for Big Brother the next day. So now I make it into the house, and I'm in the house, being put up for possible eviction, and then I still scale through. I'm like, nah, they have to put people outside there rooting for me. It's not possible. It's not possible. I'm just scaling through this, and it's not human beings voting. So I just knew that there were army on the outside waiting for me, and if I come out from this place, whether or not I win, I'm definitely made for life. Do you get what I mean? And I just thought in my head that regardless of the trolley or what anybody would say, did I make it in here? That was what was most important. So when I came out from the house, and I saw, oh, there's a group of people, they even call themselves Titans, like they're trending you every day and stuff. I was like, nah, this is sick. Like God did it, literally. Yeah.
I mean, Tacha, you started a revolution with BBNaija stands, because with Tacha Titans, Tacha Titans was a movement. We've not seen anything like that after that. I mean, they've been popular housemates, people have replicated that, but you started that whole fan community every day.
Yeah, back to the extent that I even got the attention of Jack Dorsey.
Yes.
He DM'd me on Twitter.
I remember
He even had to follow me on Twitter. We were even going to meet in Nigeria or in Ghana.
Yeah.
And then I think something came up. He had to leave Africa airport and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a madness. I was trending back to back on Twitter worldwide. Who has trended worldwide, from a reality show?
Yes.
But it was sick, it was a madness. And majority of those trends are people trolling me actually. So when people troll me now, and I tell you that, been there, done that, I'm not even kidding. I've been there, done that.
Yeah. Did the intensity of the Titans scare you at some point?
No, it never did.
Because
I knew they needed to be there for what I was coming out to meet. Do you understand? People don't understand that almost every Nigerian is a bully waiting to happen. Like people don't get it. Do you understand? But you're not a public figure. People don't troll you every day for not doing nothing. So you don't understand. I wear the shoes, so I know where it hurts.
Yeah,
exactly.
Talking about trolling, let's go into it. The past 1 year, I mean, some newspaper headlines say you called yourself the most hated person.
Oh yeah, I did the trend where they were like, I'm Chude. I interview all the popular people. I'm Chude. I have the biggest
Right. So was it just a joke then?
No, it wasn't a joke. It was me just making fun out of the whole bullying going on, really. Because in as much as I do see the comments, you get what I mean? Like, I know the whole idea as to why they're doing what they're doing. They want to break me. And it's like I signed up for social media even before you thought of signing up for social media. Like, you can't break me for what I strongly believe in. Or when I see something going wrong and I say, oh no, I'm going to stand right by what's true or what's the right thing to do and not stand right by what's the wrong thing to do. And if you're going to troll me because of that, that's so be it.
Yeah.
Should we cite the David instance? Do you get what I mean? Like with his fans and stuff like that. Right? And even with me wanting to go into this trolling that has been on for about a year now, for about 8 or 6 months, I have to first off go to the genesis, right? And I'll start with, I have no hate for anybody, absolutely. I and Mercy could meet today and heal. Do you understand what I mean? So with David, I have no hate for David. I love David. I'm one of David's fans. I'm still a fan. Do you get what I mean?
Still a fan.
I am still a fan. David's song's going to play here right now. I'm going to jam. If it's sweet, I will jam to it because it was my own. It's what you've done I have a problem with, not you as a person. So now, let's get into the genesis of the whole trolling saga, right? So I was on the movie set. This same movie now. I can't wait for that movie to come out so it'll be everywhere. Right. What's it even called? Wire Wire. Exactly. Wire. Wire Wire is a very good movie. Right. Austin Bola Peters. I
Right,
think she's...
right. Bola Austin Peters.
Exactly. Bola Austin, see, I twisted the name.
That's fine, yeah.
And stuff like that. Yes, I was on set and then I saw Fina was trending. In my head, I'm like, what's this girl training for? Like, what I put trolling this girl for? What has she done again? I saw it, but I was on set. I didn't have enough time to go through the trends and find out exactly what's going on. Now, this trend went on for days.
Yeah.
Then I came in on Twitter. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I do have time to read. And I read it and I saw that David had mistakenly, according to him, liked the shady tweet about Fina. Right. Now, we know that just some people that Nigerians like to pick the weak links. They just single you out and you're now the one that will be getting daily drags and whatnot. You're going to have... Because Twitter pays people on Twitter right now.
Yes, for impressions.
So, do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So, everybody is about blue tick. Everybody wants to drag you. Everyone wants to get the most interesting drags ever, to get the most engagement and stuff like that. So then I saw people trolling this girl. And I was like, what happened? Oh, David mistakenly liked the tweet about this girl. And then David had to put out on Twitter and said, oh, I mistakenly liked the tweet, Now, yes, you mistakenly liked Twitter. I understand how messed up Twitter can be right now. Like, even people you don't follow, it comes
and you
to
see
your
it
timeline. And so it's possible you could have liked something. But now, how do you handle the situation is what now everybody's trying to look at. Okay, how are you trying to handle this stuff? And how did David try handling it? He went ahead to put out, I don't know you. That's what he tweeted. Now, it's just like me walking on the road right now. Somebody pours water on me. You're not going to detect how I should react. Like, if you insult me for now, whatever I say back to you, like, you're not going to say, why did you reply this way? You should have replied this way. You should have replied that way. Because you never know. You did what you did. Like, I'm human too. Like, I could react however way I feel like if I react this way, this was going to make me feel better. And the same David too has been trolled on this same Twitter. That I had to come out and tell people, why are you trolling him? You should troll the person he replied. I think it was a Wizkid fan that said something about David's mom. And then he replied, the person. And people were trolling David. You're a celebrity. Why do you have to reply? And I said, no. Attack the troll that made him say what he said, because he was on his own and the person said what he said and he had to react the way he reacted. That was the same case for Fina. And then I tweeted and I said, I know you, Fina. Now, mind you, today I wasn't the only one that tweeted, I know you, Fina. I wasn't the one that tweeted in support of Fina. It was a lot of Big Brother people. It was a lot of people from the outside. But no, I was singled out. There's no amount of body shaming I haven't gotten. There's no amount of threats I haven't gotten. There's no amount of trolling today. Like, I put out the post right now. It's more like a post I put out. The link is being copied and pasted on a Telegram group, sending people to go. I'm telling you, like, it really does look like targeted harassment. I swear down. Like, you're seeing people say, oh, look at her ugly legs. Oh, look at her ugly face. Oh, look at her this. Oh, look at her that. And it's like, I'm cuter than your mom. Like, what do you even say? What do you even say? Like, I know you're saying this out of hate. You don't mean what you're saying. Like, I see the girl in the video. What do you see people saying? And stuff like that. So I did, and I said, in support of the girl, like, I know you, because we cry about bullying so much, but what are we trying to do to stop this bullying? We wanted to almost burn down Lagos. Like, police PRO Ben could not sleep in his house because of how much people are on the street saying, oh, justice for Mohbad, justice for Mohbad. And why were people so angry? It was because he wrote a petition to the police and they felt like it wasn't taken seriously. But what was the whole genesis of the petition? It was bullying. And we're here bullying another person, which is Fina. And it shouldn't matter because it's Fina. Then I want to know, are we excusing the people that were fighting for and excusing the ones who are not fighting for? So I can fight for Chude, but I shouldn't fight for Tacha. I can fight for Shehu, but I shouldn't fight for Destiny. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's not me just being hypocritical about this thing. If what you truly came out for to say, oh, I stand against bullying, what happened to Mohbad should never happen to anybody, how dare you come on this same social media to troll another person? You want the person to kill herself until you realize that this trolling actually does have serious implications. Do you understand what I mean? Because the confusion is confusing me. How you on the street crying for the same thing that you're indulging in a couple of months later.
So you do think that this was targeted harassment by Davido fans? Yes,
definitely. Definitely was, because they always have the 30 video on their bios. And most of the time, they most likely have David's picture as a profile picture. So you know this is a David fan. And funny enough, I screenshotted a couple of these people and I've said, you know what, we are going to show these people a lesson. Since you want to take trolling to another level.
Right.
You want to constantly put comment on my post. You want to constantly threaten me. I've received threats. There's no amount. Honestly, David.
What kinds of threats?
Death threats now. You've had people say, oh, now at 001, you won't use play. We'll go show you. Honestly.
Death threats from Davido fans?
Yes. From his fans, from like random fans as well, like just random Twitter people or like just random social media that have just said, you know what, as long as it's Tacha, she must never shine on social media. As long as it's Tacha, as long as we couldn't bring her down in 2019, we must always try to bring her down. And that's how I was saying that we already do have screenshots of those people's profiles. Do you get what I mean? That we're going to take up seriously.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So we have the former Senate deputy president, and he got to a position where his influence and power could not save him or help him.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if these few fans are being picked up and somebody wants to show that they have power and influence, I'd let you know that there are places where your power and influence would hold no bounds, because cyberbullying is a criminal offense in Nigeria. Like, you have to go to jail for 1 year and pay about 5 million or do both. So if you think it's fun, then let's play fun.
Right.
Literally.
Right. Do you think that Davido is aware of this bullying by his fans?
Oh, I wouldn't know, because everybody's so busy, everybody's so big, everybody has what they're doing at their several and different ends. But at the end of the day, like, I'm the one on the receiving end.
Yeah.
And I'm the one on the receiving end because of what? Just because I tweeted, I know you, Fina. Right? And then if we even have to transgress to Tiwa Savage writing a petition still on this same matter, because it's been like from the Fina trolling to Tacha standing up for Tiwa Savage trolling, and then to the recent Momizi thingy. Because you know we're catching up on the phone and you're like, no, Tacha.
Yes.
Tacha, you're saying too much. We literally need to sit and talk about this.
Yes.
Literally, you're just at home and boom, what's coming on your phone is Tiwa Savage writing petition. Almost shocked they catch me. Because I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Tiwa Savage. I'm a huge fan of David.
So do you think that David should have come out to say something to his fans to stop this bullying?
Oh, I don't know. I almost want to say I don't think it's that deep.
You don't think it's that deep? But
literally, because it's never going to happen. So that's why I laugh about it. Like, nobody's going to come out to say nothing. Like, people just see stuff happen and everybody keeps their mouth shut. Like, let it play out and play out to the end. Unless something happens. Do you understand what I mean? Yes. So then we always feel like, oh, because they're celebrities, they have the chest to chest anything until one celebrity goes ahead to kill themselves or until one celebrity dies. As we understand that this cyberbullying thingy that we do on a constant basis it actually does have a very serious negative impact, especially on whoever's lives that they're trolling.
That's right. And so you're saying that these people think it's all cruise, but this thing can have actual consequence on a person's life and career.
Yes, it actually can. I mean, if you're not strong enough,
Yes,
like when I say almost every Nigerian is a bully waiting to happen, like I mean it, because you would ask yourself, what did Tacha do really to get the type of bullying that she does get? Came out online, I saw Tiwa Savage had to write a petition. Now I'm in shock. I'm like, a Tiwa Savage is writing a petition. What would a common girl from nowhere, from Ajegunle, or a common girl from Iwafe Road or from Ajib, what would she do? Writing a petition. And I'm shocked. I'm like, okay, I'm a fan of these both people. What exactly is going on? I put out a tweet, still in shock, trying to understand how a human being would be so powerful to literally make someone so uncomfortable to the extent they have to write a petition. Now, this is the same petition Mohbad wrote months ago. And I'm saying this to you, and then I put out the tweet that I put out. And boom, what does David do? Oh, now, oh my God, literally, Chude, I can't even imagine that I literally skipped this part out. So with the Fina situation and with me tweeting and saying, Fina, I know you, we plenty, we know you. David went ahead to like a shady tweet about me. Now, what was the shady tweet he liked? He liked the tweet of, what's his name, Zlatan making a video saying, oh, Tacha, there was a narrative then in 2019, even though all of the people in Christian have apologized, the body odor saga narrative, they've all apologized. But at the end of the day, that's why when we say, oh, it's all fun and games, it's all fun and games, but we have people still thinking about this. We still have people having the thoughts in their head like, oh, okay, one time in 2019, Zlatan did this, or oh, Zlatan did that. And then David went ahead to like this shady tweet.
Oh, wow.
Like a body shaming tweet, he went ahead to like it. Now, when you like it, what are you doing? Are you not indirectly giving your fans the go ahead to throw this girl as much as you can? Go ahead to do it. And that's what they've been doing. The people that love their faith to the extent where they don't think for themselves. And that's why I want every Nigerian to do, like what to start doing. When you see something that's happening, everybody's going left, try to think, stand and say, okay, why is everybody going left? Okay, what can I research to understand why everybody's going left? But no, we have Nigerians that would say, for the fact everybody's going left, I have to follow, I have to go left.
Yeah.
Or for the fact that it's popular to hate Tacha, I have to go ahead to hate Tacha. They forget that this hating didn't just start in 2019. It started way before 2019. Way before 2019. In 2019, in 2024, in 2023, he hasn't done anything. Like literally, I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like for every time you people try to really, really pull me down, God understands, sees it ahead and say, you know what? I have to make this girl 2 times bigger than whatever she already is right now.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think that women, this kind of bullying is especially targeted at women? Because, you know, as we just mentioned, I thought Fina is a woman, Tiwasabe is a woman, you're a woman. So are women more likely to be the target of trolling?
Yeah, I think so. Because, you know, I made mention of something. I said, they single out a weaker vessel, like the weak person in here. And that's, and you know, generally women are being seen as the weaker vessel, or like, oh, she can be true. What's she going to do? Who man is going to stand behind her? What husband does she have? What partner does she have? And they troll and they troll and they troll. Forgetting that when we say spread love and spread kindness, it doesn't pick who you should spread love and spread kindness. When you say spread love generally. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your neighbor is your next neighbor. It doesn't have to be your neighbor from Lekki or your neighbor from Chevron. Your neighbor could be someone on social media. And we complain so much. We complain bitterly about the society that we have, forgetting that we make up the society. Yeah. So when we understand that someone does something not okay, what you have a problem with is what that person has done, not with the person. If tomorrow Mr. Chude is in the wrong side of history, I'm sorry, I'm calling you out. And that doesn't mean I have a problem with you. It means I have a problem with what you've done. The Fina in question that anybody will say, is she your sister? Why you the carrier for head? Like, Fina, I called you. Like, I told you how Fina and Chichi was having issues. Like, that's how disturbed that I was. Like, I called Fina out, literally.
Hold on, people should understand this, because when we were doing this, we didn't know we were going to do this show. Yeah. You called me one day, I was in London. You said, Mr. Chude, look, these things are happening. This person is being depressed. This person is sad. Please, she needs to come and share a story on your show. So people should know this. And I have no stake in this fight now. I was not on Big Brother. Yeah. You know, but you called me very concerned in the night that this person's voice needs to be heard. I need to say that. Exactly. And because these are 2 people that I love, like 2 girlies that I want to see make it in life, Chichi and Fina. And when Big Brother showed what they showed on TV, we thought what we thought, even though Fina had explained, I said, oh no, this person said this to me too. This person said that to me. But I had an issue with what Fina had done. That doesn't mean I have a problem with her. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be friends with you. So Nigerians need to start separating, picking what's right, picking what's wrong, and just taking sentiment out from it. Me saying, oh, I don't agree with this stuff you've done, David, doesn't mean I don't like you, David. The same way I've supported you too when people were trolling you. I've trolled those people when none of your allies said anything about it. But did he do anything about those times I supported him unprovoked? No, he didn't. But then what happens when just one time I call out something you've done that I'm not okay with, or it's generally not okay, just a lot of people, they fear to talk. Right, then I hear this news about a woman called Mommy Z.
Oh, okay.
Who, as I hear it, I think she became famous for something that she posted about her husband. And then you had gone on Fina's show. Yeah? And Fina had asked you, you know, you guys were gisting about this. And you made a comment about the whole scenario. And then this person now replies and says,
I love the fact that you're so clueless. Because a lot of people watching this interview right now are so clueless of the genesis of this
Can you tell me what happened?
Mommy Z thing. So basically, I was in court though, still for another Nigerian. I was fighting.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
So I was in court that Friday. And then I got the screenshot in my group, because I have this very active management group. They're always sending stuff I need to say. Oh, it's someone's birthday, I need to say. Oh, this is happening on here, you need to say it. So they shared the screenshot, and then they shared the link. So I clicked in the link and I saw where she said, oh, that one we no get sense. So then I saw it and I was literally almost boiling in my mind. Because I'm like, this is a woman that about 2 weeks ago on the Big Friday show with Tacha, the biggest show on radio right now, because I won 2 awards on that show, whether anybody likes it or not, whether they highlight it or not. I've won 2 awards, which I know we're going to have somewhere on the screen here. So I'm like, on this show, I literally was praising this woman, like saying how, why are feminists trolling her? Because I love feminists there. I'm like, the feminism you people practice in Nigeria is witchcraft. Because when you're supposed to come out, you people will not come out. But for the wrong things, you just hate men and hate men in general. Like, that's not what I practice. Like, exactly.
So you actually defended her on your show.
On my show, yeah, about 2 weeks ago, before she tweeted what she tweeted. So now what happened with the Fina show? I went on the Fina show, and today if you go on YouTube, everybody watching this right now, like go on YouTube, check the comment section, everybody saying, fantastic interview. Wow, so educative. Oh my God, like Tacha can talk like this. Oh wow, so interactive, so that. But when you come on social media, or when you come on Twitter, it's a different conversation altogether. Why? Because people literally went on this whole 1 hour, 11 minutes interview or conversation and started picking out teasers that would make sense. Do you understand? Now, let's talk about this whole Momizi conversion. Literally, I and Fina were having a conversation about polygamy. Right. And she was like, she sees a Ned, working kind of husband, I'll be giving her millions. She will take it and be true. She has nothing to stress. And I said, Fina, somebody will give you 100 million even before you cough. She said, did you say before I cough? I said, yes. She said, yes, totally now. I'll marry. I said, yes, because if they are giving you that kind of money, why would you be in the kitchen by 4 a.m.? What nonsense are you cooking? You literally tell your help, okay, Oga would need this by 4 p.m. Oga would need this by 4 a.m. Like, make this be in the kitchen early to make sure he takes his lunch to work. Everything is ready.
Wait, this is what you said?
This is what I said. This had absolutely nothing to do with Momizi. At the end of this, someone came online on Twitter and said, oh, Tacha is cooking you, and you believed it. I'm so sorry, Mr. Chude. It's Dr. Tacha now.
I love it.
Did you realize that?
A flex. Wait. Let's do this.
It's Dr. Tacha now. Like, come on.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm like, you didn't try to make your research, to go check, what they said Tacha said, did she actually say it? Because number one, I'm not foolish. Do you understand? I'm busy most of the time of the day. So it has to be somebody that is foolish. That would literally be cooking you. What am I cooking you for? I don't understand. Am I a wife like you? What relates the both of us?
Yeah. Why would you want to bring?
Do you understand? Like, why? What would make me want to cite a scenario? The last time I did cite a scenario about 2 weeks ago, it was for something good.
Yeah.
Whether I like it or not, my listeners contributed money to the account that you put out there to give you access to whatever you had access to. Now, part of the things they were giving to you were mobile phones. Actually, use that mobile phone, go on YouTube. Oh, let me watch this stuff. Because if you did watch it, you find out that Tacha had said nothing about it. She didn't want to do no research. She just came out on Twitter and said, that one we no get sense. Today, Solomon Buchi, do you know why I'm citing all of this? Because I know you're going to have all the screenshots. Even the times when I had to come in support for David, all of that, like all of the screenshots out, they haven't deleted nothing. Right. In fact, see, the trolling got to the extent where they had to fabricate a tweet.
Okay.
So basically, David made a tweet in 2018, and I said yes now, like a YES and NAU, with like heart emojis, with like a smiling face, and they fabricated it and changed it to, I promise to suck your dick 8 times. And you would not believe the amount of people that actually did believe that Tacha would tweet that. And the correct tweet is there. Like the correct act. That's why I said people will be picked up, because one of these people that even said is actually a celebrity.
Yeah, but also mentioned Solomon Buchi. So what he got involved and made a comment.
Yeah, he made
you.
Yeah, he made a which he deleted after he had gone to check out the podcast.
So when you explained this, or when you clarified this, did anybody? I mean, you said Solomon Buchi deleted his tweet because obviously.
He knew he was wrong.
Yeah. Did Momizi is the name? Did she apologize? Did anybody say, oh, we were wrong?
No, she didn't, because she knows that there are a lot of gullible Nigerians that still hasn't checked out that video up until now. There are lots of gullible Nigerians that still believe the Momizi is on the right and Tacha is in the wrong. Because they wonder, like on the normal day, what would ever have Tacha's conversation with a Momizi? We're not in the same line of business. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like literally, you would not have me quoting that tweet if you didn't say something at me. And even what you cited for what you said at me had absolutely nothing to do. It was just 2 girls chit-chatting about life. Yeah. Just 2 girls chit-chatting about the industry. We talk about how the industry is like, how we have fans comparing faves and no faves. Forgetting that their faves would go out one night and make your ambassadorship money one year. We will literally have to work. We literally have to work for it. There's no time they've not started Tacha a married man, but they can't bring one married man because they know there's none. I say it proudly. Any day, anytime, anywhere, in my sleep, in my dream. Right. Like everything I enjoy, I worked for it so hard. Not a lot of people can make this mouth. And I'm saying it, I didn't even readjust myself. Because it's not easy. Do you understand what I mean? Like we're in an industry where there are forces that don't want you to prosper. But at the end of the day, I would keep saying it because that's the only person I know now. Whose name am I going to call here if not God's name? Like, God has been so extra good because at the end of the day, like, you're still going to hear Tacha. That name's still there. It's not going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's now Dr. Tacha.
Yes, so Mr. Chude.
Please tell me what's happening. Tell me.
Okay, let me tell you the caption I did put out, right? And my pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, words cannot describe how honored I am. 6 years ago, I struggled to pay my final year fees. 6 years later, I am Dr. Anita Tacha Akide. Don't stop believing, don't stop working hard, and don't stop inspiring. And yes, so Doctor of Philosophy in Arts and Social Science.
Wow, congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on that. You know, these are the kind of moments that make you think about how far you've come.
Yeah.
Does it? Do you think? I think I could never have even imagined coming this far. Even though, of course, I know the first time I spoke to you, you've really imagined greatness for yourself. There's just moments just quiet you and you think, my God, I've come this far.
Honestly, yes. Yes. And sometimes what comes back to my head was me literally telling my dad that, Daddy, I'm going to make money. Literally, because I could remember one time I had uncles that called my dad. They made him leave Port Harcourt because they wanted to sell him different stuff Tacha had done. So they said Tacha was traveling to this state to go and meet the celebrity, traveling to here to go and meet. And the time I was in Port Harcourt saying, oh, I haven't seen what would make me leave Port Harcourt. I feel like I can reach out to the rest of the world through social media. Yeah. But when I left the Big Brother house, I knew, okay, this has to be my location or anywhere outside this country. Yeah. It can't be Port Harcourt and stuff. But I know they literally had to make my dad leave Port Harcourt and they were selling so many things to him. And then I told him, I'm like, the reason why it was forced for them to take you out of this Port Harcourt, to sit you down and be telling you things, I'm sure money is part of that reason. So this money that day, I'm going to make it. Like I would be recording makeup videos, and I don't even have a fan. I don't have an AC. I'm still doing. There's a generator sound in the background, but I'm still going on. Oh, I have to make this YouTube video. It has to go out on YouTube. So there's literally nothing I haven't done. And yes, sometimes I do sit back and say, wow. There were times I had to cry because I didn't have food to eat. Yeah. But now I'm feeding people, literally, and like honestly. It has to take you to believe in yourself first because you're going to have so many people around that don't believe in what you strongly believe in. So it has to take you, it has to take faith, and yeah, first off and most importantly, you.
So, you know, all this trolling, all this bullying, as you've called it, all this negativity, how do you take it, handle it, and still maintain focus and be happy?
So how do I deal with the negativity? I literally use it as a motivation. That's what I do. I turn lemons into lemonade and just literally use it as a very strong motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. Like it's just always in my head that there are loads of people that want you to fail and you cannot fail. Do you understand? One of my mottos is success is a must.
Success is a must.
Honestly, I really do not care how, as long as it does... as long as it matches with my values and morals, like I would do anything to add to success. So like even though it means me like staying up till 3 a.m. editing a video that needs to go out tomorrow, like I would do it to stay on top. Do you get what I mean? And stuff like that. Yeah, literally like the trolls, the comments, it doesn't get to me, honestly. Like when I see it, it even makes me laugh because I'm like, nah, this is hunger. You don't mean, I'm like, nah, you don't mean what you're saying. You're not happy at home. That's why you don't want me to be happy. Do you understand? And stuff like that. And then literally people would not throw stones at a dry, empty tree. They throw stones at a fruitful tree. So it's in my head that there's something about you and that's why people want to bring you down. That's why people don't like you and that's why people say what they say about you. And also, I also try to ignore the negative comments and the negative people and pay attention to people that actually do love me. I look at how, okay, what do you want me to improve it? I'm not saying I don't take constructive criticisms. I do. But when there are criticisms, it's now turning into hate. It's like, nah, this is not coming from a place of love. Like, this is coming from a place of hate. And please, respectfully, like, shove it off your ass.
Yeah. Let's talk about, so then we had news 2 weeks ago or so that you were in court.
Oh, yeah, because I tweeted,
Oh, so you tweeted
I think I tweeted, because I tweeted. So when the Mommy Z tweet came out, I was in court. And I tweeted and I said, make I leave this court first. Because, you know, like as a peer girl, there's some things that come up. You're like, you know what? I think English has to wait. Make we enter this with like some very strong pictures. So I said, make her come out from this court first. That's what I said.
Right.
And then looking at even why is she even in court? She's in court for somebody. Now what happened? Literally, I did the challenge. MTV the challenge. You see, a lot's been on since 4 years after.
Very busy.
Honestly, so I did the challenge. I was one of the first
MTV
Nigerians.
did the challenge.
MTV's the challenge USA.
Right.
I was one of the first Nigerians to be on the show.
Right.
It was so big, it was so sick. We did in Croatia. They flew us out. They paid us weekly. They gave us food. It was a great experience that I needed to be part of, literally. So I came back to Nigeria, and then boom, they said, everybody, wait. We came back. They let everybody on the flight go, and then they literally just told 2 people to wait back. And I was I and some other girl. And then our heads were wondering, why are we being told to wait back?
This was at the Nigerian airport.
Yeah, this was at the Nigerian airport. After you had told everybody to go, including some 2 white guys that was on that flight.
Right.
So I'm like, how do you let the 2 white people on the flight go and every other person go, and then you're leaving just 2 black girls back? And we're wondering, why are we being asked to stay back? Now and then we're told, oh, submit your passports, which we did. Submitted our passport, we're just there waiting. And then next thing, the other girl with me was just like really talking, being very outspoken. She's like, how do you let other people go? And then you tell us to wait back, what's going on here? Are we being victimized, And then boom, a lady came out, the Mrs. Ashanolu. So she came out, and so when she came out, what exactly did she had to call her. She's like, oh, what's happened? So we explained to her. We said, we're coming in from Turkey. She said where she was coming in from. She said, the problem is not that you parted us away. My problem is that they've allowed her people to go, and it's just the 4 of us waiting out of a flight of more than 100 passengers. Now what's going on? And then she's like, okay, what's your name? So she went in less than 3 minutes. She came out with her international passport and then gave it back to us. Now it was time for us to leave the airport. We already had people say, hey, Tasha. So one person helped with my luggage. He had brought out my luggage. We're exiting the airport. When this girl started screaming again, oh, Tacha! It was more like she was screaming out my name, because in her head it's like, oh, this is a public figure, she can do something. Like, or maybe she can go live on Instagram, people see what's going on and probably come to my aid, which is come to her aid and stuff like that. She literally was screaming, Tasha, and she had even taken off her wig, she was just even causing a scene there. So then I went on live immediately, and I'm like, what's going on? She's like, they've taken back my passport. And then I went on live, and I'm saying everyone, like, I don't know what's going on. We literally just landed this morning, and most people on the flight have been allowed to go, and just both of us was told to stay back. Yeah. They gave me my passport, gave her passport. I don't know how she's not with her passport anymore. What's going on? After I did the live, nothing was going on. I went off the live. She was still trying to talk to them. Nobody was answering. I stayed for a little while, about like 7 minutes. Nothing was still going on. And I had to go because I had my driver and my sister waiting at the park. So I had to go. I took her WhatsApp, and she took my number. So I was like, anything, however it goes, like, reach out to me and let me know. So I left, and that same day, I went to go, I went to go run a test. Because, when you're back in the country, you have to go run a test. Yes. And so the test can count for 7 days to be sure you do not have the virus. So I did the test. And in less than 2 weeks, I had the police reach out. Like, I got like a letter, like an invitation letter. And in my head, I'm like, okay, invitation letter, okay, what for? Well, no, where they say, a clear conscience fears no what?
Fears no accusation.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. So I went with my lawyer. We went to the station. Then we had a conversation. They were like, oh, it's about what happened at the airport. Okay, we want you to write down your statement explaining what happened. I'm like, okay, well, no, this is taking a different route. We're like, okay, sure, no trouble. So then I did fill the form, or like the paper or stuff like that. I did fill it. That. And then boom, next thing, my lawyer was being reached out to. They had written so many things. They said Tacha did. They even said Tacha snatched her passport and ran away. And then in my head, I'm like, how do you, international airports, international wing, how do you snatch passport and run? Will security not be waiting for you from the other end? Like, you can picture how this part. You can't. Like, it's a journey for you to actually run. And it was just very funny to me. And I've been going to court for like the past 2 years because of this issue. 2 years. Yeah, because I'm not going to plead guilty to something I didn't do. I didn't snatch my passport, number one. Number two, you guys literally allowed the other passengers on the flight to go scot-free. And you kept these few people back. And what did I do? Just because I went on live and I was saying, oh, this other person with me, or you should give her back her passport. That is the crime Tacha committed. And I've literally been going to court because of this.
So, talking about this whole, speaking out, Lagos State, I mean, over the past few years, speaking out has been your thing. So I was hearing about the elections. I remember all the work you did during the elections. but also NSAS. You were one of the very first celebrities
to throw light.
When we're not yet, people were not yet sure whether this thing is going to be a movement. It's not going to be a movement. Should we speak out? Should we not speak out? You are one of the first celebrities to begin to support the movement.
Yes. I've always been a great solicitor for good governance. Do you get what I mean? So just like what you said, I didn't start talking. I've started talking way before 2019. Most people think, oh, like, a lot of people got to know who Tacha was after the Big Brother Naija. But no, I had 310,000 followers even before I got on Big Brother.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? So when I say I've been on this space for like years now, I'm not even playing. Do you understand what I mean? Literally, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I've always, and then also part of the things I do is being a social commentator. So when social stuffs happen in my environment or in society, like I literally have to talk about it, especially when it's something that people are trying to shy away from. Because if we shy away from it, who is now going to come to sort it out, or who is going to talk about it to the extent where the right office, that news will get to it and stuff like that. So I think what happened was on the blog, and then I saw a video of where they had said the police just stole someone's car and drove off with it. Or I don't know who stole someone's car and drove off with it. And a lot of people were seriously talking about it in the comments. And I literally was almost crying, because sometimes even if I make these videos, I'm literally probably almost tearing up. And I know who gets it and gets it the most is my partner. Whenever he's around, he's like, I don't understand what's going on. Even if I called you for the Chichi and Fina stuff, I know how much I've been like, hey, Buka could have done something. He literally was there. You're like the older brother of this whole people. But at the end of the day, we live in a hypocritical world where you have to be lying to be telling the truth. You have to fake it for people to believe you. Do you understand what I mean? And being the person I am with my personality type, and then being from Port Harcourt, we're just blunt people like that. Like, we literally say that it's better we don't even talk about it than for you to talk about it and make it half-baked, or tell you and not tell you the truth. Or tell you this white is cream. It's not cream, it's white. It's not cream, it's white. So when I saw the video, I had to make a video real quick, and I literally was tearing up, and I said, no, we have to delete it. They will say she's just doing it for people to talk. And then we deleted it, and then we made another video.
Right.
And was it the next day or a couple of hours, that same Sunday, the video was in the news. And people saw this, and it just literally made whatever hashtag you were already trending on Twitter, made it so strong. You're like, no, we literally need to do something. We literally need to end SARS. Like, these people are not doing what they've swore to the government to do. Like, you're out here to protect lives and properties, and it doesn't seem like you're doing so. Do you understand? Then people literally have to say, you know what, this is injustice, and we have to fight against it, or we have to stand tall so everybody doesn't die. Do you understand what I mean? And yes, and even when we needed to walk the talk and not just talk, I came out. I can't count how many times I came out to walk with people. There are times where I even came out and it was no celebrity in that. It was just me. Like, we even went to the deputy governor's house one time, and there wasn't some little back and forth. And security was looking at me like, who is this person? Da, 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 da. In my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm
this was in
youth
Port
and I
Harcourt,
matter.
isn't it? This was in Rivers State.
No, it was in Lagos.
State,
the deputy governor's house. It was in Lagos, yes.
Because I also know that you were also behind pushing the protests in Rivers State as well.
No, it wasn't about being behind pushing the protest. I never exactly pushed the protest, but I gingered people to want to
go out. That's what I meant.
Exactly.
Yes,
And then for any time they said, we are gathering here today, I was part of it.
Exactly.
Like, if you're gathering there, I'm not announcing that I'm coming or I'm not coming.
You just show up.
But I'm going to be there.
Do you
understand? And then I'm working with the people, because at the end of this is something that concerns me. Like, aside from the fact that I'm a public figure, I've been a very regular person. I've been arrested by the police before for not doing anything, literally. So, like, I can understand what, like, the common man is going through. And that's why I do some of the things I do. I don't do because it directly affects me. Like, nobody's going to come into my estate to want to do nothing. Like, who is even going to let you in? There are armed security men always at the estate gate. Like, you can't do nothing. I totally understand that. But at the end of the day, this is where we, just like what I've said, like, loving your neighbor. And just doing right by your people. This is happening. People are coming out under this scorching sun for a movement. Okay, I have the power of it.
Yeah, I'm talking about standing up for people, though. You know, over the last two Big Brothers, you know, you have been predicting winners.
Funny enough, even while I was on the show, because I know people had to ask, I said, how do you know? Explain what is the definition of a winner?
So first there was Fina, you know, and then there was Lebaye, and Lebaye, you know, has been on this show, said she was being bullied, but, you know, one of the people that stood for Lebaye throughout being in the house was you.
Did she say that?
Yes, I mean, I don't know. We talked about it. I don't know if she said it, but I did ask her about it. You know, so while she was in the house, you talked about her. She spoke about being bullied. She spoke about people who supported her. You know, same thing with Fina. While Fina was in the house, Fina out of the house. So what is the juju you are using to predict who is going to win?
Oh no, it's not even about predicting who is going to win. It's just any form of bullying.
Yeah.
Like I just can't stand sitting and seeing someone being pulled down.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? Like you could throw me. Funny enough, I was thrown so many times in the house, the BBNaija house. I can't even count how many times I stood up for myself. But anybody that tried to throw coffee, I'm asking, oh yeah, let's go and meet up with the person. Okay, what did you say Benita did? Do you understand what I mean? So it's just always been there. It's better I don't even see it. If I see it, I just have to say something. Do you understand what I mean? People keep saying, oh, Fina is Raz, but we urge people to be themselves. Is it your Raz?
Let it your Raz?
Be. Do you understand what I'm saying? Same thing for Libai. Oh, she's playing a game. Let her be now. Look for your own game and play it. Yeah. And then a lot of people even thought, oh, Tacha was supporting Libai because she didn't want this other person to win. And it's like, nah, are you serious? Like, do I really have that power? I didn't think so. So literally, it was a show going on. Everybody was watching. Everybody had something to say. I wasn't the only one talking about it. Even sometimes I would tweet random tweet. They would come and connect. There was a time I tweeted and I said, understanding boyfriend, they try, and boom, I started trending. And I said, oh, Tacha is trolling Mercy. And I said, how does understanding boyfriend, they try have to do with a housemate in your Big Brother show? Like, what is you people even talking about? It had nothing to do with anybody. Like, I can't tweet. I don't have my Twitter anymore and stuff like that. So yeah, Libai was someone that I saw on the show and I did like, and I just wasn't really okay with the fact that people were concentrating to put her down, and then seeing the fact that she was so young, and I was young at the time while on the show. I was 23, and there were instances where she also cited my name. Oh, Tacha, I'm like, okay. If I can come through for this girl, I should. Her dad called a couple of times, or people called and said, oh, her dad wanted to speak to Tacha. But I said, it's not that deep. What I'm doing for her, I'm not doing it to be applauded or to be crowned, wanting. I'm doing it literally because, like, I'm getting the urge to do so.
You're getting the urge. You're doing it because you feel like there's something you should do.
Yeah.
Why did you join the All-Star?
Exactly. I had work. I had work going on. And like I said, you know when you taste something so good, and then you're not thinking, oh God, like this is what I've tasted. Can I go back? Because I said I've done a reality show where I was paid weekly. So then I'm thinking like any money that is coming, it has to top this like times 5 of it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I have people coming on the Big Friday show as sponsors. I've had Trebs, I've had Smirnoff. I get paid weekly for that sponsorship. So if I'm going to leave my work to be on the show to entertain Nigerians and to allow you people build another narrative that I'll probably not get out from in the next 10 years.
You got to be paid for
my
it.
Bag. I don't even want to be paid what anybody else is being paid. Run me my check.
Run you your check.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you also said that, so is that what you meant by it would water down your brand?
No, when I said what, obviously water down my brand in the sense that you literally have to share battle with people. Yeah. You literally have to get into some kind of funny fight. Like, you are probably dragging this, or you are literally dragging that. Yeah. Like, do you understand what I mean? It could, like, it's kind of like a 50-50 kind of thing where you're going into, you're not sure if this is going to add to my balls or take off from my balls.
Yeah, I get that.
Literally.
So you have to think about it carefully.
Honestly, because there are people that went in there and did not blow as much as Libai did blow.
Yeah.
There's someone that went in there and blew up Libai.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. So it was something I had to, like, not just me, I had other people as well, like, really think, is it something we want to do? If we're not sure of it, like, let's continue what we're doing already that we're sure of. Yeah.
I think it was Ike that said if you had gone into the house, you would have won. Did you see that story?
It was, though. Ike is my guy for life. We're even seeing after this interview.
Right.
Ike is so cool. Ike is a realist. Like, he knows the drill. He knows if I was in there, like, literally, we're not even trying to banter about it. Yeah. And it's not me trying to place myself in some certain kind of level. I just know people know quality when they see it.
Preach.
Yeah, do you understand? So I know me getting to that show, I'm going to have people not even take their bath, just have their eyes stuck on TV. So I know people need, who has trended from the show worldwide, back to back for 2 days? Who has gotten the attention of the owner of the big X Twitter platform? So yes, you know, when you know what you have or what you carry, you don't get too bothered about some stuff.
Yeah. Fine, and I want to end by talking
we're ending. Yes, oh my God, I don't want to go.
Too much. I know. Before I want to talk about what the new plans are, in a way, where you're going. You know, there's a lot of exciting stuff has been happening for you. So what's next? But before that, I'll be an irresponsible journalist. If I don't, you know, my people want gist. You know, you've talked about your partner.
Have I talked about?
Twice. You didn't know you were talking. Because
maybe 3 times.
If you were on TV, it's because we are gisting. You know, that's the privilege of Chude being your person. As usual, when you did the final interview, multiple trending topics from it, you know. And one of the trending topics was, you said, the reason why you are saying you are abusing Mommy Z, even though you didn't, is because you don't have a man and you are not planning to get married. You made a comment about, you made a comment about women should date 3 men at once and not stay loyal to a man. You know, all of these gist, blah, 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 blah. Okay. You know, so they are thinking that Tacha is single. You know, are they wrong?
Okay, so about the date 3 people, no date 3 people. Now, in that same video, we had said some of the things we're saying does not apply to everybody. It applies to people we've met. It applies to our experiences. We're talking based off of our experiences. So it doesn't mean what we're saying here applies to you.
Everybody.
Listening. If you're not that person, do you understand what I mean? And we know there are guys that would be dating you next weekend. You are going to see that they've gotten married, but you didn't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the angle of that I came in from. And then with the whole partner thing, it's like, do you think something I cherish so much, I want to put it online so you people will make it bad, so people will spoil it? It's not possible now. So no, even if I did have a partner that I love and I cherish so much, I'm not going to let you guys.
You cannot withdraw my scoop.
I could even.
You've said it on the show. You cannot withdraw my scoop.
What is the scoop?
You talked about. You cannot withdraw my scoop for me.
What was the scoop?
You've mentioned my partner twice. Yeah, so there is a partner now.
Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't a partner. Yes, I do have a partner. Yes, and if we're settling down, so you people may not even know. I'm that person that would even settle down, and in 2 years time, I'm probably now posting the pictures, and you guys knew nothing.
That's something
like
you can do.
I would do it.
You can post it 2 years after.
Definitely. I love to make a fool of those people. Do you understand? Because a lot of the times they feel like they know too much. But it's like, you don't know what I don't want you to know. In as much as you feel like you know, there's still a lot of things you don't know. I have someone I've been dating for years. You have no idea. You can't meet him. You will not know him unless I say otherwise. Right. Like, we could literally be planning a wedding. You wouldn't even know that until I say what?
Otherwise.
It's okay.
And you have no problem cooking at 4 a.m. for him?
I wake up 2 a.m. Like, literally, to make noodles.
I love it.
I'm asking, what do you want to eat?
I love it.
In my head, I'm like, the people would be like, oh God, this Tacha on social media. And maybe if there's a fight between us, I would always be telling people will think I'm the problem, but you know you are the problem. Because I'm super nice to you, like literally, and stuff. Yes, I do have someone I love and I cherish, and most importantly, he understands me. Do you understand? So even when people are constantly saying, oh, who is going to settle down with this one? I'm like, if your daddy sees me today, he's going to want me.
I love it.
Literally, he's gonna want me. Like, I'm 5'7" feet tall. I'm dark skinned. I'm cute, and most importantly, I'm beauty with brains. I'm not just beautiful. Like literally, I'm multi-talented. Like anywhere you put Tacha excels.
What's next for you?
Keep talking.
Keep talking. What's next for you?
Honestly, God, what's next for me?
What are the things you want to do?
I think what I want to do is what I didn't do about 2 years ago, which is getting a second address. Yes, so I have to guess because the way the country is going, self-awareness. We are self-aware of what's going on. So it wouldn't be bad to get a second address. I'd love to, honestly. And just having that second address and being in another country would literally also protect my mental health. Because they could literally be slicing off maybe someone and I wouldn't say nothing. Because I'm literally in a space where there's so many great things happening. The train is working, the road is good, there's steady internet, there's good security, there's that. Like, just so many good things that I can focus on and not get distracted with what's going on in my surroundings and stuff like that.
So that's the next
that's working. That's what I'm working on.
You conquered Nigeria, you want to conquer the world.
Honestly, yes. I want to start going for what's the thingy they did there? What's the thingy they did? What's the thingy they did? Yeah, the Grammys, exactly, because you have to be outside Nigeria to want to do that. It's just easier to make those connects and stuff like that. So it would be great to like go out Nigeria and explore.
It's good to see you again, Tacha.
Same here today. Thank you so much. This was so fun. Trust me, you guys. Anyway, you want to take it deep. That's on you. But just as I said, if Chude does something wrong, I will drag the something wrong he did, not today. Because I love Chude. And that's it. If you want a better Nigeria, you want a better country, you have to start doing right by yourself and by people. And doing right by yourself and doing right by people is you being an example. You cannot want a change and you're not trying to be that change. And that's it.
And that's it.